What are you gonna do if a police officer comes to you and says, "Come to police station," or he gives you a phone call and threateningly asks you to come to station? What are the legal remedies you have and what you must do in this situation? Let's find out. When an officer asks someone to come to police station, usually people panic a lot. They think if they refuse, they will get into some kind of trouble. So let me tell you, law does not run on police convenience. Law runs on procedure. A threatening verbal call made by police has no force. Zero. The police power is clearly controlled by the law, according to CRPC or BNSS. The police can take you to the station or compel your presence in the station through two means. The first one is through the written notice, and the second one is by arresting you. Under section 35 clause 3 of BNSS, when an arrest of a person is not required, the police issues notice to compel his presence for inquiry or investigation purposes. The law uses the word shall. So, when arrest is not required, it is mandatory that the police officer shall issue a written notice. Remember, not a phone call, not a WhatsApp message, and not verbally communicating to you, it must be a written notice. Section 35 clause 4 states that once a notice is issued, it is your duty to comply with the terms of the notice. Now understand what this means in real life. If police says come to station without giving you written notice, then it's clearly not legal. As we discussed before, the police officer can either give you written notice if arrest is not necessary, and if arrest is necessary, then only he can arrest you and bring you to station. For any other means apart from the both which I have quoted here, he cannot take you or compel you to appear before him in the station. Lot of people, once the police officer threateningly calls them to station, they comply with it out of fear. So you must understand that law is there to protect you. So let's imagine if a police officer is verbally harassing you and threatening you to come to station and we'll deal it out there. What should you do? So what should you say if a police officer harasses you or threatens you to come to the station? There shall be no arguments or lengthy conversations. Calmly request the police officer, "Sir, kindly give me the written notice as per section 35 clause 3 of BNSS or section 41A of CRPC. Once I receive such notice, I will definitely cooperate, sir." This sentence alone shows cooperation, forces procedure, creates accountability, and asserts your legal right. If the officer is acting legally, then he will issue such notice. If he is not, then the verbal harassment will stop. Police cannot arrest you just because you ask them to comply with a statutory procedure. Remember one thing, asking written notice is not a right for you to abscond. Once the written notice is issued, you must mandatorily comply with the written notice. Law protects the informed citizen, not the one in ignorance. And remember, police power comes from law, so does your protection comes from law. So the next time any police officer comes to you and threateningly says, "Station ko chal," you know what to do now. Lastly but not the least, in a world filled with virus called ignorance, know the law, stay protected.